What is GMO? GMOs are genetically modified species, have had their DNA altered artificially by humans using modern genetic modification techniques. As a result, altering an organism's genome allows one to alter its characteristics. Application of GMO. Three of the most common applications of genetic modifications are farm animals, soil bacteria, and cotton plants. For example, the tomatoes that you consumed might have been genetically modified. Mechanism. The most common one relies on bacteria. Bacteria are a single-celled microorganism that don't have a nucleus like our cells, but instead have one main circle of DNA called the circular chromosomes, and lots of tiny circles of DNA known as plasmid. It's all about the plasmids, which are extremely beneficial. Small pieces of DNA that may or may not contain one or more genes. So, plasmids are a super important part of how genetic modification happens. Issues related to GMO. The argument about genetically modified organisms, specifically food, is particularly controversial. Opponents of GMOs have a multitude of concerns ranging from fear that they're carcinogenic to bad for the environment. Other folks worry that we just don't know what potential dangers could be lurking in ears of corns and tomatoes, and argue that it should be disclosed if a food has been genetically modified. But when you dig into the data and examine the facts, you'll find that study continues to show that the risk of GMOs are minimal, if any at all. So, here's what's important to know about GMOs. In spite of many memes that circulate on social media, ranging from rats with garish tumors to potatoes growing mutant eyes, genetically modified food is totally safe to eat, according to science. For one, GMOs are among the most studied areas of research in agricultural and biological sciences, which means there is ample data to sift through. Besides that, data has yet to show that anything about GMO is either risky or dangerous. One important concern that GMO opponents have is that GMOs can cause cancer. But there is no evidence that they do. So, it's a wrap. We've covered on genetically modified food. Thank you for listening.